Why did you have?
No, because the only thing the only thing I saw yesterday, and I was like, I didn't feel bad, but I was like, man, what a fucking crazy thing that happened. It involves the hottest topic in the world right now.
The hottest topic. Wait, can I guess what the hottest topic is right now? The hottest
topic in the world right now.
All right. It's not going to be Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese because we already covered that. There's no way.
I didn't say hottest topics in the world. I said hottest topics.
All right, the
dude.
hottest topic.
The hottest topic in the world right now.
It's got to be. Okay, there's nothing hotter than race right now.
This is a little bit, I mean, it involves race.
Race is the hottest topic.
A little bit hotter than race.
A little bit hotter than race. Oh, trans? Hotter than trans?
That's a little bit hotter
than black trans?
Hotter than black trans.
Okay.
Hotter than a black Trans Am, dude.
Hotter than a black Trans Am? Damn, what is the hottest topic right now? Does it have to do with, Iran? Yeah.
Damn it, my dude. It took you. You're like, wait a minute.
Yes.
That thing?
Yeah. We might be at war right now.
Still happening?
Clearly.
The hottest topic in the world. Black trans?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Clearly the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese controversy.
Yeah, of the Middle East. Pretty wild. Yeah, it's I can't believe when I said hottest topic, I thought you were going to be like how hot, and I was going to say like nuclear. I was like pretty
yeah.
But I didn't want to give it away.
We should start gauging our wars on like buffalo wing spiciness.
Oh yeah. Well, this is not very mild right now. No. I was gonna say it's maybe suicide bomber level, like heat. But
this is above atomic.
This is above atomic. It's pretty wild. I think it's insane of what's going on. I wasn't.
You know what's going on?
I know enough.
Okay, because I have no idea.
How do you not know anything what's going on?
Well, because
name the top 3 things you know of what's going on with Iran and Israel right now.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, Iran flagrantly fouled Caitlin Clark.
And that beautiful blonde enforcer showed up.
And there was a little scrap.
There was
America's the beautiful blonde enforcer.
We're kind of that beautiful blonde enforcer right now.
Yeah.
Well, we might be. We haven't decided yet.
And we may or may not.
We may or may not enforce.
Put Iran in a headlock. I don't know.
So like here's one thing I didn't really understand, because the pivot that keep in mind when I say I know what's going on, I know with what's going on because I'm watching news feeds from Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and just
you're informed.
I'm not. I would not call that proper.
You're plugged in.
I would not call that proper.
What are you doing so plugged in?
Dude, you just scroll through your Instagram. It goes cat meme, big goth butt, Israel getting bombed. Back to big goth butt. Back to someone crying in Iran. Back to cat meme. It's wild. The algorithm I have right now.
I want to see Iran's algorithm.
Right now?
Right now.
It's probably not good.
No goth butts.
No, there's no goth butts in Iran.
If you're getting goth,
there's no goth butts in fucking Israel.
Well,
there's no Israeli goth butts.
That's sad.
Tell me one time you've seen it. Dude, I would lose my mind if I saw an Israeli goth. Where is an Israeli goth? That's the rarest Pokemon in the world.
Jugoth?
You're never going to see a goth
Jugoth.
I don't know. I mean, and I think the transition into goth Hasidic Jew is not. It's just a little bit of makeup.
Oh yeah, you're already wearing.
You're already wearing black. You're already wearing a wig. It's
mostly there.
It's mostly there.
Yeah.
You could be a Hasidic goth girl, but I don't know.
I think Hasidic Jews with no money are Hasidic goths.
They're I don't know.
They're mopey. They got to be mopey. They're mopey.
Oh,
they're probably
they're
mopey.
They're bad. They're bad mopes.
The mopiest Jews.
In fact, I think that's one of the that's an Israeli and has a Hebrew name, Mobius. I think Mobius. But I know that right now, Israel and Iran are firing missiles back and forth, and the whole point of Israel attacking or at least defending themselves from Iran, which I didn't really understand what was going on with that, because the whole time I'm just like, man, they're really pounding the shit out of Palestine right now.
Okay,
and then they're like, yeah, we're going after Iran right now.
Israel has been going to Pound Town recently.
They've been doing it, dude.
They've been going hard.
They've been going super hard. You would think that wiener would flash up.
Dude.
It hasn't been.
They've been sending uncircumcised missiles.
No, super circumcised. There's no uncut missiles in Israel.
But that's what I'm saying. The back and forth.
It's
like Palestine sending.
It's nuts. And I don't really understand, when is it going to end? I don't know. I don't know what Israel's end game really is, especially now shifting from going after Palestine to now being involved with Iran. And now, from what I understand, Netanyahu thinks that the Ayatollah in Iran has, genocidal ideologies about Israel.
He don't even want to think.
He don't even want to. Fuck, it's so crazy.
Dude, if you even...
He hates him so much right now.
If you have a dream about genocide, unless you better wake up and fucking apologize.
Dude, it's wild. So Netanyahu...
That's like old school black unk level of shit talk.
Dude, he's so mad. He's such a black uncle right now.
Yeah.
Black Uncle Netanyahu.
Uncle Netanyahu.
He's an Uncle Netanyahu. Uncle Netanyahu.
That's crazy.
He's wild right now, dude.
Yeah.
So they're trying to destroy Iran's nuclear capabilities, which Iran has been trying to develop a nuclear bomb for I don't exactly know how long. But
I'm down with that, by the way.
You're down with Iran having a nuke?
I'm down with like messing it up.
Oh, okay. I was like, dude, you should not be down with Iran.
No.
No, yeah, messing it up, fine.
I feel like every 10 years we should go to Iran and just knock everything over.
Like a kid going in.
Just like a
bully
castle.
Kicking it over.
Just like kicking it. Like we should
dude.
Just kick everything down in Iran. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Was this up? Was this
dude
an established business?
Sorry. Whoops.
Whoops.
Or doing that thing where we walk through and just kind of, oh man, I slipped, my finger slipped.
Yeah, and we should like lick our finger and like dip it in that oil.
Oh,
like,
man.
I guess this is our oil now.
You want it back? You want it back?
Dude, if we start claiming
I mean, what do you mean if we started claiming things?
No,
I think we've been doing that for a little bit.
A little more publicly. A little more hilariously.
Sure. Well, we have the perfect president for hilarious bullshit.
Hilarious claims.
It's going to be wild.
Hilarious claims.
He's made the most hilarious claim. The other day, this is what I was laughing very hard at. So now Netanyahu.
Uncle Netanyahu.
Uncle Netanyahu.
Uncle Netanyahu. I can't even say it. That's a tongue twister. Uncle Netanyahu.
Yahoo. That guy
Uncle Yahoo.
He's asking for U.S. aid again to possibly use our bunker buster missile, which is a sick missile because
we got a BBM.
Dude. The bunker buster, you can't fuck with it, dude.
A BBM.
Dude, this is the other thing I didn't really understand, and I don't. Again, forgive me for not understanding how military technology works, because I would figure, once we dropped the bomb, once we figured out atomic energy and how to use it, it wasn't immediate, but like, in a few years, everyone started developing their own nuclear bombs and figuring out what we had done. So when it comes down to the bunker buster, I don't really understand how, like, apparently America is the only country with these bunker busters.
You think they're real?
I don't know.
I think it's just like a fake thing that we made up and we.
It's a sick name though.
Yeah,
you'd be scared if someone's like, "Yo, I'm gonna come bunker bust you."
Not a fan of it.
You'd be like, "Fucking stay out of my bunker,
fan of it,
dude."
Because like, what? How do you before we move? How do you think the bunker buster works? Because in my mind, It's a missile that hits the ground and then drills into the ground.
That's kind of what it does.
Okay.
That's kind of it. It penetrates.
Dude, that is some Acme Looney Tune shit.
Dude, it is nuts. It apparently hits the ground and drives itself all the way down. It can go. How fucking far can it go? I can't remember. But apparently, every one of Iran's facilities for developing uranium and enriching all of it are underground, which is, you know.
Dude, I would love it if it drilled all the way down to the front door of the bunker and then knocked on it.
Oh, there's a little mechanical
like a hand comes out, knock, knock, and then it just waits.
The Ayatollah answers it, and he holds up a sign, yelp. Uh-oh. Like Wile E. Coyote. Dude, Wiley, an Acme bomb. I don't know, why we're not putting Acme on all of our bombs. It's just goofy.
It's like, knock, knock. Who's there? Uncle. Uncle who? Uncle Netanyahu, bitch.
Oh, no. Yeah, I also find it funny if we dropped the bunker buster and it drilled all the way through and then came up at a different point. It was like, oh, we should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque. We've got to go back. But yeah, the way the bunker buster works, from what I've seen, is it can drive itself into the ground and then detonate and pretty much eviscerate whatever underground facilities Iran has. The thing is with that, apparently Israel had bombed enough of their facilities in Iran where they have. This is what I find so funny. It's like, we've set them back considerable amounts of years.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, how many years? He's like, considerable amounts, which I find. I'm telling you, it's a lot. I don't know how much, but it's a lot. They're taking a page out of Trump's book with the, I'm telling you, it might be a lot.
Yeah.
As where Trump the other day, which I found so just like, man, what a fucking hilarious shithead. They asked him if he was going to help out because Israel's like, we need the bunker busters.
We need these BBMs.
We need help.
Yeah.
And Trump is he's approved invasion or us helping Israel out.
Okay.
But he hasn't checked the final box.
For sure.
So he's approved it, but hasn't checked anything else. He's basically holding out to the last possible minute and be like, this is what we got to do.
Yeah.
But when he was interviewed about it, he's like, I may not. Nobody knows what I'm going to do. He literally said, nobody knows what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
which
you hear
is
that, Russia? You hear that, Iran?
Wildest
you hear that,
thing.
Palestine? You hear that?
I don't know. I may not. It's the craziest thing to say when you're talking about bombing a country, ending how many lives, who knows?
Yeah.
And you're also dealing with the threat of possible nuclear war with a foreign adversary.
Dude, Trump...
It's crazy.
He can't stop being a G, being questioned by his side bitch.
He has all the answers, even if there are no answers.
Yeah, because it's like,
wild.
stop asking, side bitches, stop asking so many questions.
Dude, CNN
You're
is
not my main thing.
He doesn't want anything to do
Yeah,
with
you're
this
not.
bitch. I thought I stopped texting you a long time ago.
It's like, come on. I don't even have this many conversations with my real wife. Yeah.
I mean, dude, his responses are emojis.
Yeah, I don't
They're
know
just
what
like,
Yeah.
frowny face with the fucking tears coming down. But what is my biggest concern is now if we are involved in this, that means we are going to go back America after the quagmire that was the Afghanistan war.
Okay.
And we wasted, I wouldn't say we wasted all of our time over there, but it was like 14 years. That's a crazy long time.
Yeah.
To be over in a sandbox fighting what you don't even know what you're going after anymore. Like you have an idea.
Yeah.
But you really don't know who the man. And then we killed bin Laden, and there were still troops over there for the longest time, just doing whatever. I don't really get it.
They were just kicking it.
Just chilling.
Just kicking it.
So now if we do this again and we pull ourselves into another war, we will be in another war in another sandbox for who knows how long.
Yeah.
And now the biggest threat is with fucking, Afghanistan and Iraq and Pakistan and stuff like that. There was no real threat of the nuclear enrichment. There was no real threat of them getting a nuclear bomb. Dirty bombs maybe, but nothing that could be launched.
Yeah.
as where Iran
They
is.
just roll their bombs.
Dude, they could shot put them. I mean, that would be fucking scary as hell, dude.
Yeah.
Shot putting a fucking nuke, pretty fucking sick.
Yeah.
But as Iran,
They're just like a bunch of dudes in sandals, like with ropes tied to it, like dragging it through the
it's
sand.
wild. But that would be fucking crazy.
That's
That would be
crazy.
sick. That would be sick. If
And
there
then they
was
like
a bomb on like an old timey sleigh with horses.
Yeah. It's like Iran's nuclear program is also the Jamaican bobsled team.
Cool bombing.
Yeah, cool bombing.
They never thought they could do it.
Dog.
They just put together a ragtag group and coached by John Candy. They can do it.
Dude, if
Anybody
they were
can do it.
using the same training methods as the Jamaican bobsled team, but with a missile,
They're in a living room on fucking chairs
just practicing.
trying to do it. Would be sick. But the biggest concern is that unlike Afghanistan, unlike Iraq, unlike Pakistan, they didn't have a whole lot of support coming from other nuclear entities.
Yeah.
Or possible nuclear entities like Iran. Like Putin doesn't want U.S. to be anywhere near that. He doesn't want U.S. to be involved. Whether there will be repercussions from that, I have no idea.
Yeah.
North Korea has also made it very clear.
No, North Korea can shut the fuck up.
They will never shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
They will never shut up.
Dude, I'm just going to act like you're not talking North Korea.
Dude, can you understand me? No, dude, I will tell you this. You want to talk about a wild thing Trump could do if North Korea started talking? It's like, I don't know what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who the fuck is that guy?
What is this? You don't make any sense. That would be pretty sick. But the thing is, if we go to war or spark a war with Iran backing Israel, there could be possible other countries who are like, yeah, we don't like this, and we're gonna try and figure out what we can do. This is why they're talking about World War III. If it was just a conflict between Israel and Iran, that would be shit ass. And America being involved would also be. I don't agree with it, but if now we're poking a bear that has also retarded bear friends. That's where the biggest problem is. Because
but like some of them don't even have paws.
I mean, that's the thing.
Some of them are like those little, there's like tiny little, what are those, snub-nosed bears?
They're snub-nosed bears.
Yeah, they're not even all full bears.
They're
Just
just
a bunch of koalas.
half bears.
Yeah, sun bears.
Sun bears are real bears.
Sun bears
They're
are
retarded looking
not
bears.
real bears.
Look, they're retarded
They're
looking
not-
bears.
They're basically long honey badgers.
Dude, I mean,
Which I'm not saying they're not
Hey.
formidable.
Hey, come on.
They're formidable.
I mean, they do look like men in bear suits.
Yeah, but they're not brown bears.
They're not brown bears. They're not
black
They're not
bears.
black bears. They're not Kodiak bears.
No.
Sick bears. But Russia's got Kodiak.
Russia's got Kodiak
Russia's
bears.
got some Kodiak.
Russia's got some
bears.
Kodiaks.
They got some big ass fucking
But
bears.
we have the
over there.
black and brown bears that have the extra bones and
But
muscles.
right now we're trying to get rid of all the brown bears in this country.
Nah, dog.
We're trying to
Let's-
get rid of
let's-
all the
let's-
brown bears.
Whoa.
The brown bears may have been here illegally.
Keep in mind that some of we have all different versions of brown bears because we have the brown bears that came here from south of the border. Those are for sure brown bears. They're sleepy bears. They're closer to koalas, if you ask me. Like, I'm not saying they're not hardworking bears.
Those bears will put a deck in your backyard faster than you can fucking blink an eye, dude.
And not take a single lunch break.
Those industrial bears.
They're industrial bears.
Come on.
But they're also sleepy bears.
They might be a little tired.
And then we have the brown bears that are indigenous to America that were made by black bears hooking up with polar bears. Like the Steph Curry bear.
Yeah, we've got mixed bears.
Yeah, we got curry bears.
We got some curry bears, which
Yeah.
also sounds like a delicious cereal mascot.
It does. Curry bear?
Can't get enough of them curry bears. I just I think the way that it's gonna play out is, if we do use our BBMs to crush Iranian missile silos, we're gonna be in a situation that I don't know. It's not gonna be an easy get out of. Like no military operation involving serious, military strike, airstrikes, ground troops, all that stuff is an easy way out. But this is like I don't know what the end game is. I don't know where it would really be like, and then we did this, and everyone signed a treaty, and then it's all done. That's not how I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it's going to go.
Nah, that's the crazy thing too, is because it's the world is set up for infinite beef.
Yeah, dude.
Like it's not meant to be squashed.
That's a human race, dude. We don't technically squash beef.
No. As humans.
We just make it into different patties.
It's just
dude.
a different, yeah.
We just take the beef, we form it into something else, and now we're all sucking a hot dog ass to ass,
yeah.
and it sucks right now, dude. These all beef franks are not good, and it's like now we got the Hebrew nationals, and we're coming out with the ballparks, and I don't even know what kind of hot dogs they have in Iran. Name me an Iranian hot dog. You can't.
No.
Do they even have hot dogs in Iran?
Yeah, it's got to be some sort. What is the Muslim equivalent to the word kosher?
Blah, 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 blah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like, what is a Muslim kosher hot dog?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think Muslims eat hot dogs. I don't know if Muslims eat hot dogs.
They just don't eat pork.
No, they eat lamb. They eat lamb a lot.
Hebrew national hot dogs.
Yeah, it's kosher. It's kosher pork. Oh no, it's kosher beef. Kosher beef.
Yeah.
So we're coming.
Those are Muslim hot dogs.
Our ballparks are pork franks.
Yeah.
And then we got the Hebrew Nationals.
Which are delicious.
Which are the great hot dogs.
Yeah.
Can't even knock those hot dogs.
I'm a big fan of the Abrahamic hot dogs.
They're pretty great. It's weird because when I bought Hebrew Nats, the tip was cut off a little bit at the top. I had no idea that they made those. They don't make it. The foot longs, not that great.
But that wasn't circumcised. That was them saving money. That was them taking off the top.
These for another hot dog.
You're skimming off the top of my hot dog?
They're skipping the dogs, dude. I just, I'm not. I think my biggest concern right now, because I'm a fucking glutton for I'll watch these like infographic YouTube things that. Like,
I love that you still have cartoons teaching you shit,
dude. I love it, love it, dude. I can't not. If Donald Duck could teach me about nuclear fallout, I'll fucking watch it, dude.
Yeah.
You would not do it.
That's probably why I don't know. I don't know anything,
dude. You got to get on this.
I'm very out of the loop,
and you're probably better for it. You are 100% better for it.
I don't even know what news I've been taking in.
What news have you been? What have you been?
I don't know what I know right now.
What do you know? Name 4 things in the world that are going on in the Sidney Gantt universe. The Ganttiverse.
Okay. So I just had probably one of my most as far as weeks go for the course of a year.
Sure.
This past week was probably my most Sydney-centered week of the year.
Sure. Well, it was your birthday.
And my birthday. But before my birthday was Father's Day.
Yeah, that's true.
2 days later was my birthday. And then 2 days after that, it was Juneteenth.
Man.
So I've just been being heralded in my household.
Crazy right now.
As the sole black person of my household.
You've been
the sole. I am the sole full black person.
You've been Dad Django. You've been Dad Django so hard right now, dude.
Yeah.
That's great. That sounds like a good way to ignore or be ignorant. Not in an insulting way. Be ignorant to the world around you. I get it. You've been wrapped up in your own.
It's
shit.
Just ignorance is bliss, Sidney.
Yeah. You've been Bliss Sidney Gantt.
Bliss Sidney Gantt.
That's pretty great.
And then this Saturday, which is the end of the week technically, because Sunday was the start. It was Father's Day.
Sure.
And then it goes to Saturday, where my wife is getting her black belt.
That's right.
And then we're also going to be going on vacation for a week. So after her black belt, they're going to go off to the shore, pack them up, send them to the shore. I'm going to stay back, do our show, and then I'm going to leave our show and go straight to the shore.
Wow, that's great.
So, I don't know what's happening.
You have no concerns.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
I get it. I get it. As where I am like, I'll just watch TV and be like, what the fuck is going on at every turn?
You could have been celebrating Juneteenth with me.
Yeah, I could have been. I'm not going to.
You could have been celebrating Juneteenth.
I'm not going to, dude. Juneteenth. You know what? The crazy thing about Juneteenth is, would I even be welcome at Juneteenth? Would I even be welcome at Juneteenth if I walked down the street?
We couldn't have a Juneteenth without your people.
That's true. You're welcome, guys.
Yeah.
You're welcome, dude.
It was it was the first time in history that white people were late. And black people were like, hold up, you guys were late on this.
We had a lot of things going on. We had to come up with National Cupcake Day first.
Dude, that's
Don't
a big
you
day.
get it?
That's a
We
big
need
day.
it. And then we went National Cookie Day.
Well,
and then
you got to come up with a bunch of holidays that black people are going to like once they're free. You got to be like, you can't just free, you can't 100% free black people and not have a National Cupcake Day.
Yeah, we need a Cupcake Day.
You need to get a lot of things in place. National Cupcake Day, National Big Booty Hoe Day.
There's probably
National Thick White Chick Day.
There's, I mean, without a doubt. That's every day, dude.
Yeah.
That's every day.
National Purple Drink Day.
Yeah, there's definitely a drink day. There's definitely a grape soda day.
Yeah, there's got to be a grape soda
and then
day.
it's like, yo, I never thought that, especially with Juneteenth, I remember when people started, really celebrating it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a bunch of people who were like, oh my God, can you believe they're fucking... Look, as a person who only gives a shit about maybe 2 holidays as an adult,
yeah,
I could give a fuck what any holiday is. I really don't care.
What are your 2 holidays?
I like Halloween a lot.
Okay.
And I guess 4th of July is pretty good. I just like fireworks. I guess not so much now as an adult because like I rarely get a chance to just set off fucking retarded fireworks.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, fuck yeah. 4th of July, blow shit up. Just blow shit up and drink.
Okay.
It's fucking great.
So I was just like checking a quick look at my algorithm to see what I know, because I don't remember what I know.
I don't remember. That is the dude. That's like the ultimate response to a cop. I don't remember what I know.
I don't remember what I know, officer.
I don't know.
Sorry. But I just don't. I don't form any opinions that I'm passionate about on these things, so they're not anchored in me.
Sure.
Like I'm not taking a side. Like when it comes to this Israel-Palestine, Israel-Iran thing, I kind of side with both sides on all of this.
Dude, there's a bunch of things going one way, and dude, yeah, it is a very like who's right.
I'm not good at taking sides.
No, and it's also like in a way, I also want to be like, can you guys just figure this out?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you guys figure? You guys are doing it. Can you figure it out? We have a lot of bullshit happening here.
Yeah, I think this stuff that we're talking about is the stuff that I kind of know.
Yeah,
like I don't know what I know until I realize I know it.
Yeah, and it's and that's probably a better way to be.
Yeah,
as where the other thing that I was talking about that really did crack. There were 2 videos that kind of like they were just very funny in the worst way possible. So there was a video clip of a Iranian news report, or maybe not a news report, but like somebody on Iranian state TV. And she was, giving this big speech about how, Israel is bad and how Allah would never allow a bomb to be dropped on Iran, and the IDF won't be able to penetrate or get into their airspace and do anything. And as she's going on this very big spiel about how the superiority of Iran. And then I don't know. Now again, I don't know if this is true. This could be the subtitle. This is where like I don't know exactly what I'm watching. This could be completely false. What is real, not Israel. What is real?
Okay.
Is that she was giving a speech about something on Iranian state TV, and as she ended a sentence, a bomb was dropped on the building and fucked everything up in the entire studio.
Yeah.
But this apparently was right after she had said, like, and Allah would never allow a bomb to be dropped on this country.
Yeah.
And then that happened, which is amazing. If that did happen, it's like, it's not amazing that the bomb dropped. It's amazing the irony.
That is
so perfect.
One of my favorite in pop culture, in the zeitgeist. One of my favorite things is, and if I'm lying, then have God strike me down right now,
dude. It's just like one of those things. Perfect. Yeah. So then the other one that I saw where I was like, you kind of had that coming. So when I think it was an Israeli woman, and this could be flip flopped either way.
Yeah. Super hot.
Could be okay.
So she's Iranian.
I don't. No. It was Palestinian or Israel. This is
Dude,
this is a different thing.
Whoa, no.
No. I'm saying
No,
it
that
wasn't. Had nothing to do with Iran.
Dude, Palestinian chicks and Israeli chicks are smoke shows.
I'm not lying. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying it wasn't Iran. It might have been Israel.
No, this
it
is an
might have
immigrant.
been Palestine. I don't know which one. Either way,
He's an illegal immigrant.
this is another video. This has nothing to do with the one I'm talking about. There was some chick. She was making fun of Hamas, or she was making fun of Palestine being bombed or Israel being bombed. I can't remember which one it was. It
Yeah.
might have been either or. She was like, did a whole TikTok video of her holding a fake baby and crying and pretending like putting on makeup, pretending like how bad it is to be bombed or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the other video was her making a real video about her house being blown up. And she's crying in the video. And it's like, yeah, you bitch.
Yeah.
What'd you think was going to happen? That's just too good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe in karma, but fuck, that was amazing.
I don't know if I believe in karma, but I love irony.
Who doesn't love irony?
Yeah.
It's the best fucking thing.
Maybe
It's kind of one of those things where you have to be like, man, I should shut up.
Yeah.
I should just shut the fuck up. I should have never said anything.
I wonder how Iran feels about irony.
Irony?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think they don't like jokes.
No, they're not there is no, name an Iranian comic. Name an Iranian comedy.
I can't think of
I
one.
can't.
Yeah.
I can't name one.
The Hungover. I can't think of an Iranian comedy right now.
Yeah, there's
She's not all that.
she's not allowed.
Yeah.
I think it's just she's not allowed.
Yeah.
There's 10 things I hate about Jews. I think is one of
Yeah.
one of the comedies in Iran, but I don't think
How Stella lost her groove and nobody gave a fuck.
How Stella got her groove back when we agreed to give it back to her under strict law. Praise the law. It's a very I think it's a very strict, very straight laced type of place, and I don't really understand. Again, this also comes down to people. You know, you have people in America who are Muslim Americans, and that's fine, whatever. But then there are people who are like, don't Muslims do this that are bad to women? And they're like, we don't really play that. And then the other thing is too, where you look at like Hasidic Jews who are like, yeah, we're the best, Israel's best. Like, don't Hasidic Jews do really fucked up things to women? They're like, it's like, can't you guys just agree on the subjugation of?
Well, you know what the problem is.
What's the problem?
Women.
I mean,
They need to get their shit together.
They can't.
They're letting too much stuff happen to them.
How
about you stop being so focused on heels and makeup?
I don't know if you've seen some
bobbing and weaving.
I don't think you've seen these. Focus on heels and makeup. Both are illegal in both religions.
That's probably what they're doing underneath their hijabs. Is that what they're called?
The burkas?
Yeah, the burka.
You think they're wearing heels under there?
I think
like they're wearing stilts.
Yeah, I think they have. I think underneath their burkas they have like an infrastructure.
They have like they pull it up. They're just wearing like fucking 6-inch platform stripper heels. Like check it out. Don't tell anyone
those
about
those
this.
aren't their real arms that we see hanging. Their hands are inside. And
they have like they're controlling it like
they're mech suits,
dude.
They're walking around in mech suits.
That would be sick.
Yeah,
a Bulletproof Burka, which also a great band name.
Yeah, Bulletproof Burka is my favorite. The only band outside of rap that I listen to.
Pretty fucking sick.
Yeah,
I just think that would be.
I almost made him a ska band.
Yeah. A ska Burka.
Ska Bulletproof Burka's the sky band. Yeah.
No, they're not. I think seeing a burka. Do you get uncomfortable when you see burkas? When you see women wearing burkas, a whole bunch of them? Do you get uncomfortable?
No, I just always imagine what's going on underneath there.
Same. I do not get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I always imagine like what's going on.
So like the thing that I just said about like those aren't their real arms.
Yeah.
I've imagined that for a long time, and one of the things that I imagine that they're doing is underneath their real hands are sewing other burkas.
Oh, they have a whole.
Yeah, they're making burkas underneath their burka.
For the longest time, I imagined that it was like actually like 3 or 4 raccoons stacked on top of one another. And then the other thing I thought is
Quad-coon.
Yeah, if you opened it up, there would be like just a portal to somewhere else. When I was a kid, I thought, and this is the reason I thought that was because when I was a kid, I saw it's my favorite, the Christmas Carol with George C. Scott, sorry.
Okay.
George C. Scott. It's my favorite version of the Christmas Carol. There's a point in the Christmas Carol where the ghost of Christmas Present opens up his robe, and there are 2 children underneath it, and there's just like blinding light. And I thought I'm like, they all have that. They all just walk around with 2 children under there and blinding light.
Yeah. Or it could be like their husband making sure you're not checking out their chick.
I think it would also be cool if they lifted it up and there was just like more tits. There was just a whole body of tits under there. Like everything that like drove men nuts were all under there. Like she opens up her burka. It's like 6 stack of tits, a huge, big, fat ass, a PlayStation 5.
A jet ski.
It's like shit. That's what's under all the burkas. It's just all the desires men want.
Yeah. There's 90 tits, a jet ski.
Everything you get.
A 4x4 truck, a bazooka.
Is that Madden? That's Madden. That's the new Madden game. One of those burgers got fucking Grand Theft Auto 6 under it. I swear to God, dude. It's you. I think I used to think that was what was the point of it. Yeah. I didn't really understand.
You open up their burqa and it's another woman that doesn't talk.
Yeah. It's like a rushing nesting.
Yeah. They just get quieter and quieter women as you open them up.
Dude, if you open it up and then a bunch of them just run out everywhere like the bats and the Batman.
Yeah.
Like they just open it up and it's just flying, fluttering all out. That would be sick. I don't know why that doesn't
happen.
I
have no fear.
It's like, I was born of this. You fear the burqa. I was born of it.
I was born in the burqa.
I was born in the burqa.
Raised in the burqa.
I also don't really understand, from what I get, the burqa.
Mm-hmm.
So they can have their face exposed until they're married. And then after they get married, that's when they got to go full fucking command.
Yeah, they're in the hole.
I didn't know that.
They get fed through that.
Yeah. You know what? If they had visors like Geordie LaForge on there, like just that would come down, that would be sick too. I just I never really got it. And I never again, I'm not a huge I'm not a religion dude. I don't really get, if that's what you're into, that's what you're, what you're going to believe and what you're going to be devout to, and fine. But in my head, it's like, dude, that's got to be the worst, dude.
I think there's got to be some good and bad to
there's
it.
Right? There's got to be upsides.
So here's why I think it's not that bad, because women are social creatures. It really matters to them how other people are viewing them. Sure. That shapes who they are and how they get down in society. So if you live in a society where nobody can see you, you know now that you're not being judged on your appearance. And I think that has to do something for the mental health of a woman.
So here's the thing. I don't want to be a person who's saying I'm still judging.
You're about to. You're about to be that person. So just be the person. I know you don't want to be viewed as the person you're about to be, but you're about to be it.
I'm trying not to be.
You're about to be it. Just take it.
So here's the thing. If you put like 10 women in burqas in front of me, I am making up with what each of them look like underneath it, and then I'm judging which ones I have made up already.
The hottest?
I am still doing it.
Yeah?
I'm still going to be like, yeah, that probably the best one.
Yeah, but they know it's all in your imagination.
Yeah, but my imagination will dictate my attitude.
Yeah.
I'll still, like, I'll still be polite to all of them. But in my head, I'm like, yo, I just gave that one like a wonky boob. I gave it so
she's the hottest.
One saggy, super sag tit.
Dude, one super saggy tit. That's my thing.
That's your dude, one saggy tit.
I like anomalies.
You're a crazy person, man.
I love it. I love
it.
Dude, that's unique.
I'm a big fan.
That's your saggy tit.
But that's not
only for you.
I don't want that saggy tit.
Yeah.
I want proportion. If my whole thing is if I have a wrapped present, you know what I mean? And I pull the wrapping off. And I've got one saggy tit. I'm like, oh,
but
that's not what I want.
It's so chill to be able to like be sucking one boob and just
and use the other one as a scarf. I get it. Yeah,
you could scarf it.
You could scarf a boob.
You could scarf it, but you could also like typically you have to be up here like a fucking creep Like you're on one tit, and then you're working a nipple. And
No, that's when you're supposed to be a
that's
creep.
dude.
No, that's not creep, dude.
Look. Wait, is that what was that? Is that the electricity just went out?
What happened?
Yeah, that's crazy. Everything's still recording.
Dude, are we about to get bombed?
I don't know. Cool bombings.
Whoa.
We're almost back.
Yo, that was wild.
Yeah. Yeah, here, let me pause. But before we pause, let me just say.
Dude, this is what I get, dude.
This creepy. Like this, like I don't even see my other hand. It's just
you. Wait a minute. You're sucking on one tit and then you're rubbing another.
Yeah, kind of like a mobster, with the
and that's
the
not
dice in his hand.
everything you're doing. That whole motion is the creepiest motion in the world.
Those metal balls that make that sound.
That's creepy.
Yeah, while I'm sucking a tit and I have her other tit in my hand by my waist.
Yeah, Sidney, that's creepy. That's what you just did is creepy. You sucking regular tits.
From your mouth,
dude. I told you.
Praise Allah, the electricity is back.
You know what that was? That was really like, you better stop talking about that shit. you better knock that shit off.
Praise Allah.
And I just went around. I was like, yeah, how ironic. It's funny. Irony is so
ironic. How ironic.
You better knock it off, dude. Deep state of Iran is listening in this house. Do you have Iranian spies in here, dude? What is this?
Dude, I can either confirm or deny.
No, you have to do both of those.
You have to do rules.
You got to do one or the other, dude.
It's like, dude,
I will not confirm or deny. No,
I asked you if you're an international spy, and you have to tell me.
You have to tell me.
You have to tell me.
If you're an international, it's entrapment. If you don't, dude.
Could you imagine if laws actually worked like that? That's not real.
I know it's not real, but
that's crazy.
It's the sickest
thing.
Like
a whole generation of human Americans think that's a real law.
I mean, I thought that was real.
And we also all believe that you can commandeer a vehicle.
As a cop?
Yeah.
I
don't think that's true.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, of course, anybody with a gun can commandeer pretty much
every. I think that's really what it came down to.
Let me take that back.
I mean, if I was getting carjacked, he's like, I'm just commandeering it. I'd be like, holy crap, this is sick. My car got commandeered.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I had the title to your car right here.
I'm a cop. I'd be like, whoa. Yeah, if you commandeer my car that way, that'd be different. But yeah, for the longest time I thought you could commandeer a vehicle you could just be like, yo, I'm a cop and I need this.
If you can.
I think you can.
I think this is about to be one of the things I know. So next time somebody asks me what I know now,
all right,
I will be able to tell them for a fact whether or not you can or cannot commandeer a vehicle as a cop.
I'm willing to bet you can.
Is it legal for cops to commandeer vehicles? It says, I'm willing to be. Is it legal for cops to commandeer vehicles? To commandeer vehicles.
Commandeer vehicles?
Yeah.
Ew. I don't want no cum in my deer vehicle.
Yeah. Is it
illegal? Or is it legal? Sorry. Legal to commandeer vehicle. I think it is. And if you're trying to tell me that every movie has ever has lied to me, I don't want to believe that.
Yeah, you're going to get mad at Eddie Murphy.
I'm going to get mad at Eddie Murphy. I'm going to get mad at Bruce Willis. I'm going to get mad at every cop. You know?
Yeah.
You know, Blue Lives Matter only in the movies, dude. That's the only time anybody gives a shit. It's the only time anybody's like, yo, cops.
All right. In some very limited circumstances, it can be legal for a police officer to commandeer a civilian vehicle.
Straight up.
But it's not a common occurrence and usually involves extreme situations.
Yeah.
The legality hinges on the need to apprehend a suspect or in emergencies where the officer's life is in danger or to prevent imminent harm.
So everything in the movie is right then. Every time they have commandeered a vehicle, it has been an emergency.
It has never been wrong.
It has never been wrong.
That is the truest thing we've ever seen.
It's the truth.
The realest
thing in cop movies ever is that.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Because you for sure cannot punch your hand through the window of a car.
No.
That doesn't happen.
You'll
shatter your fist.
You'll break. Dude, you'll fucking destroy yourself.
Dude. The last action hero
Oh, I
had
know.
one truth.
It was so fucking. It's wild.
It's crazy.
I think that's one of my favorite scenes in Last Action Hero is when he does get to the real world and he punches through the window. He's like, ah.
Yeah.
He's like, why? It's like, it hurts so bad. Dude, I loved that movie. And yeah, and that, but then the crazy thing is, even in the movie, and then when he came to the real world in the movie, one thing remained the same. You can commandeer a vehicle.
You can commandeer a vehicle
in emergency situations.
in the real world and in the movie world.
That is wild.
Also, I wonder how many commandeers a vehicle can have. Like, does that go on its Carfax?
Oh, been commandeered twice.
Yeah.
You got some flood damage, and you were commandeered twice.
Yeah,
I would be like, "Yo, give me that car.
give me that car.
Give me that commandeered twice."
Yeah.
I'd be like, "What was the perpetrator apprehended?" If there was like commandeered twice, both successful apprehensions, I'd be like, "Yo, that's a fucking
Yeah. Do I
sick.
get a certificate of authenticity with this?
Dude, I would talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
I would make a bumper that says twice commandeered.
Twice commandeered. Twice commandeered, forever loved.
Forever loved, dude. You cannot fuck with this.
Yeah.
This car backs the blue. I don't. This car seems to really back the blue right now.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. I would love to commandeer a vehicle. That would
Oh
be
my
so
God.
sick.
You kidding me?
It would be the coolest thing.
What
in
would
the world.
what would you look to commandeer?
What would I look to commandeer?
Yeah, if you had your pick of vehicles.
Oh, so I have my pick of. It's just not like a vehicle driving on the street. I get a pick.
Like you just happen to be in a place where all of the vehicles are.
Oh,
And you get to commandeer them.
and all the vehicles I want to commandeer.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely commandeering a monster truck, without a doubt.
Okay.
Gravedigger. I'm commandeering. That
Yeah.
would be sick. I don't know why that's never happened in the movie.
That's happened.
In
There's
a
been
movie, they've
there's
commandeered a
been
monster truck.
I think the Bigfoot.
In what movie?
What was it? It's like definitely an 80s, 90s movie. There was a monster truck was commandeered.
Commandeered or
Yeah.
driven?
Yeah.
Because driven, I think you might be thinking. I'm not saying you're wrong.
All right, hit me up because you're like an encyclopedia for this type of knowledge.
In the movie Roadhouse.
Nope, not Roadhouse.
Well, okay, there was a monster truck in Roadhouse that drove through and a complete and total fucking dealership destroyed it.
Yeah.
Commandeered a monster truck. There was also a monster truck in Last Action Hero.
Mm-hmm.
There was a monster truck in Last Action Hero.
Okay.
I don't know if it got commandeered. It was driven by Danny at one point in time,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it was commandeered.
Yeah. Nothing's coming.
Yeah,
up.
I don't know if a monster truck was ever commandeered.
Because I was gonna pick what I was gonna pick was definitely commandeered in a movie. I think it was a Police Academy movie. I was gonna say a hovercraft.
Hovercraft would be sick.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Oh no, Jackie Chan.
Rumble in the Bronx.
Rumble in the Bronx.
That's sick. Fucking. That's that's sick pick.
yeah.
Commandeering anything that hovers is probably the best one to go.
Yeah. Well, except a creep. Don't commandeer a creep.
Dude, commandeering
Jump on a
a-
creep's back.
Get out of here. Come on.
Dude, it's just chasing criminals on the back of a creep.
I said move, creep. You're like RoboCop just trying to fucking to get it go along. That would be sick.
Yeah.
Commandeering a fucking plane would be sick too.
Yeah, or you'll go like there'll be a lady sitting on a park bench, and you'll go up to the lady and you'll be like, "Sorry, I'm the law. I'm commandeering this creep." And she's like, "What?" And she looks down, and there's a dude laying down on the floor, like looking up under her skirt.
Come here.
I'm commandeering your creep, ma'am.
She's like, I didn't even know. It's like, a lot of us, well, you never had it. Just
Yeah,
fucking
he
ride it
belongs to the
away.
law now.
Commandeering a horse would be sick. Even though I don't like horses.
Yeah.
I'd still commandeer one.
Definitely.
Like riding down the street like John Wick
Yeah.
in the middle, like just that would be so sick.
Yeah, and that's definitely been commandeered in movies.
Yes, horses
Yeah,
have been commandeered. Boats have been commandeered.
Boats have been jet skis.
Jet skis,
have been commandeered.
planes, the dirt bikes. My favorite is in a in a fucking movie where there's a guy coming down the street just minding his business on a motorcycle, and then a cop just grabs him and throws him down and gets on like, we're taking this. The guy's like, what?
Yeah,
ruining that guy's whole fucking day.
that's gotta kind of be your worst nightmare as a motorcycle rider,
Dude, has to be top 5.
Yeah, because like with a car, you have to open up your door. You get out of the car. With the motorcycle, you're snatched off the bike.
Yeah,
Dude, getting snatched off of a thing as
Get
an
it,
adult
dude.
grown man is
It's
wild.
got to be the most devastating thing.
When was the last time you were snatched off of something?
Oh my god. Probably off of I was snatched off of a fucking slip and slide once. I was snatched midair.
Wait, somebody caught you. You caught air. They caught you.
I jumped in the air. Dude, so we were fucking around. This is like 90s.
Yeah.
Buddy of mine had a sick slip and slide. The one, I think it was called Alligator Alley.
Mm-hmm.
It had like a pool at the end, and there was like an alligator at the end where like it was like streamers, and you just went through it. And like we were going on and on. My mom was there. There was this kid down the end of the street. I think it was his birthday party. So we're just, going off on this fucking slip and slide.
Yeah.
And I kept doing this thing where like I would like run, and it came with like an inflatable like pad. So I would run and I'd try to stand on it and like surf down the slip and slide.
Yeah.
Fucking myself up left and right. But I'm like determined that I'm going to do this. And my mom was like, you have to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Stop. I'm like, all right, fine. And then I do it again. Dude, get yelled at, try to make sure that she wasn't. Dude, I was not paying attention. And I remember like, all right, this is my fucking chance. And I'm running and I jumped with my legs in the air and I was taken. Like midair.
You didn't even land on
Dude,
the slip and slide.
I dropped the fucking pad. I was like, oh no. I was taken midair. My Uncle Ken, who was at this party, he took me and he like pulled me away. He was like, your mom said fucking stop, dude.
That's crazy.
I have to hear about this shit.
You were intercepted.
Dude, I was without a doubt commandeering.
Yeah.
I was commandeering.
That's crazy.
Mid slip and slide, dude.
That was like the iron. They put the Iron Dome over the slip and slide. They had anti-air.
Orion?
The Orion conflict.
I was definitely snatched out of the air.
Damn.
It was, dude, and it was one of those things where like I was just like, what the fuck? Like had no idea that was happening. That sucked. That was a time getting snatched off of something.
Yeah.
Been kicked off a bike too. That sucks.
Like get off. Hey, get off
No,
the bike.
kicked.
Oh,
like
drop kicked off the bike.
Off a bike. Also humbling experience.
That's got to be pretty.
You think you're gonna be able to get around the person doing it because you're like, oh, I fucking can just. Nah, dude.
Well, you were front kicked, like in the chest area.
Well, it was like in the front, but like from the side.
From like 45
I didn't
degree angle.
really see that person coming.
Yeah.
Because I was riding around my friends because I had taken like fucking like some candy or shit from my friend's sister. So like I snatched that candy and I was like, I'm out of here, like joking around, and then out of fucking nowhere, kicked right off.
Yeah, you just proved two cliches wrong.
Yeah, dude.
It's not as easy as taking candy from a baby.
Not at all.
And not just like riding a bike.
It was not easy.
You're like riding a bike and taking candy from a baby is
it's actually
dangerous.
pretty difficult, especially when you're doing it at the same time. You can do one or the other. You can't do both. Doing both is impossible.
Dude, that is
damn near impossible.
Yeah,
that was not cool. Because you fall off the bike, and you're like, I hope no one saw that.
Yeah.
The first thing in my head was like, I hope no one saw me get kicked off of this bike. And then I turn around and everyone did, dude. And you can't walk away from it. You can't even pedal away from it. You don't even want to ride the bike.
Yeah,
because your biggest fear is like, what if I get kicked off
my bike? You have to get back on the bike.
Off my bike.
That's the other cliche. When you fall off, you get back on.
No, you can't, dude. Not after you get kicked off.
Damn, that person kicked the cliches out of you,
dude.
Dude, that's crazy.
My buddy Mike, dude. And like the funny thing is, he did it, and this is how you know it was such a good kick.
Yeah,
because I didn't see the kick coming. Mm-hmm. And you know it's a good kick when you're a kid, when you look at the person who kicked you and they're like, oh. When they're not like, yeah, I kicked you. They're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That was the best. Like, they're surprised. That's how you know it was a fucking good kick.
Yeah, I one time got snatched off of a trampoline.
Midair?
No, I had just climbed on it.
Oh, and then you just got pulled.
So it was like a friend's trampoline, and we weren't supposed to be on it because some of the springs were loose and they weren't fixed yet. So the parents were worried about other people's kids coming and getting hurt on the trampoline.
Got you.
But we had been jumping on this trampoline like all week, and we weren't supposed to be on it at all. Any of those days, we weren't supposed to be on it. And one of the days the mom was at the house instead of she would typically be at work or something, and I was the first person to climb on the trampoline.
Sure.
And there was no parent outside. Like it was only us children outside.
Sure.
So when I started climbing on the trampoline and somebody grabbed me, I didn't think it was going to be a parent. So I started.
What? One of your shitty friends pulled you off of this trampoline.
Do you know what I mean?
What kind of asshole did this?
So I thought it was one of the fellas, and I thought they were just trying to like pull me down.
Yeah.
So I started pushing forward,
Sure.
which now I'm like fighting against this. Like I don't know what she felt was happening. It was like she was like, "Damn, he really has to jump. This guy really needs to bounce right now." Because I was like, it was like a couple seconds of a back, of me like,
I have to get off the trampoline.
And her like, it was like a crazy.
So when you were pulled off the trampoline, what did you?
I was horse collared.
Oh, you
like
just were
so
yanked.
The whole time I was like, she had my t-shirt collar and I'm pulling against it. Like I could feel it was the pull that she had was so like far from my body that I could feel the wind on my back. Like it would like create like a little wind tunnel, and it was like coming down, and I was sweaty, so I could feel like the cool wind on my back. And she I looked, and I could see like my friends like off to my side, and like your brain does that quick inventory. It's like, wait a second, that's 100% of the people that I came here with. Like, who is pulling me?
Well, if you're here and you're here,
and you're also here, and you're there,
now wait a minute.
Yeah.
So who was it?
It was the dude's mom.
You got wrangled by.
I got wrangled by a mom.
Damn, dude.
Technically, she didn't wrangle me. I had to concede. Dude, her waist, she was like on the trampoline.
Oh yeah, she was
like her feet were probably off the ground.
Sure, yeah.
And like she had like one hand like on the edge of the trampoline, like still pulling. And then she was pulling, she was so involved in the pulling and the effort of pulling that she couldn't even like declare who she was. You know, if she would have been like, "Stop! I'm the mom lease. I'm cop mom."
Oh shit!
Stop, FB mom.
Stop. Yeah, she didn't even have time.
No, she didn't have. She could like. It was just like she was straight into straining, and she was also trying to like. I told you guys, yank me off, and so like I was like I realized who she was, and I kind of like went with the pool, and then she got on the trampoline and like sat on it
to prevent you
to
from
prevent all of us. It wasn't just to prevent me; it was to prevent all of us. So she commandeered the trampoline.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, when she was on, did she jump at all? Did she just sit?
No. But when she sat, because she again, the springs were missing, so you had to like jump on one side.
Straight up.
And I was climbing up. I probably shouldn't have been climbing up where I was climbing up because like one of the springs was not connected there. So when she sat, like when she first sat, like she sunk in and she had to like reestablish and balance herself so she could sit on the trampoline. Like she fell into the trampoline for a second and had to like resettle herself.
It's crazy. We also had a trampoline with a deep end.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was one of the how we were allowed to have this one of the most dangerous things we've ever had as children.
Yeah.
Mind blowing. I remember there was a time where a kid named Bobby, he pinched his wiener on a spring getting into the trampoline.
Damn.
Because we didn't have the blue pads around the springs. They were just all out there. So he tried to jump and slide. Dude, and I know exactly where your brain's going.
Yeah.
I tried to slide into the trampoline without like jumping over the spring. Because like that's a high jump.
Mm-hmm.
You're out of control.
Well, maybe for your culture.
I'm sorry. Yes.
That's not a high jump for us.
It was pretty fucking
That's
high.
probably one of the lowest jumps we do.
So
jumping onto a trampoline. That's our lowest
You think you
jump.
can vertically jump onto the trampoline right now?
Yes.
A standard size trampoline?
Dude, my grandmom has been dead for 10 years, and I know she can do it. like right now.
A standard size
standard trampoline? Are you kidding me? Yes.
You can vertically jump up onto the trampoline.
Dude, I think all of my kids. I think I have my jumping ability is so secure that my white wife could probably do it.
I mean, I'd have to see.
A rise in black raises all jumps.
She's just been around the culture so long.
She's just been around, man.
She's like, I absorbed the jumps.
Yeah, she's got crazy hops in the jump shot.
The vertical. Well, either way.
But yeah. He didn't.
Keep in mind, we were also children.
All right,
we were also children,
if you
dude.
say so, my children could also do it. But yeah, go ahead.
He jumped and tried to slide across.
Yeah.
And when he did, I guess the front of his body weight, pulled the springs a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So they came, untightened. And then when the rest of his body went on it, he leaned back, and then the springs took a step back, and they pinched his dick. Dude, I have never to this day heard. It wasn't a regular scream. I've never heard a scream like this in my life.
Yeah.
And I remember when he screamed, he did this thing where he just didn't move. He stayed still because even he knew now instinctively you try to get away from whatever's hurting you.
Yeah.
I think he knew instinctively.
Yeah, don't rip it off.
If he does that, he's losing his wiener, dude.
Yeah.
And he just stayed there screaming. And we had no idea. Dude, the scream was so obnoxious that we all started laughing. I was like, what are you doing? Why are you screaming? He's like, I can't fucking move. Yeah. I can't fucking move my dick. My dick is caught in the screen. So we had to go and pull, as we're laughing, had to pull down and gently get on the trampoline so we could get the spring to uncoil itself so he could lean off. Dude, apparently he went home right after that. He had 2 blood blisters on the top of his dick where both the coils came down. And pinched it.
Ew.
I can't. I've never caught my penis caught in anything.
Man, I haven't, but my son one time.
Oh jeez.
When he was potty training, he wanted to be on the big potty.
Seat fall.
Seat fell right down, smashed his penis.
Yeah.
And
I bet that's again.
He never. That was the last time he ever lifted a toilet seat in his life.
You know what? All this peeing on the floor makes sense.
Yes.
You should have led with this in a previous episode, Sidney. You didn't lead with the trauma.
Yeah, he's scarred.
This might be revenge.
Yeah.
He might just be like, I'm never.
I don't think he trusts it.
Yeah, I fucking wouldn't. That's a scar you have on your brain.
When he was this happened to him, he was 3, he was really little at the time.
Yeah.
And it had to look like the toilet was trying to munch his penis.
Oh my God, yeah. Just like a penis guillotine, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
There's nothing you can
penis trap.
You can't even do anything about
you gotta put it was one of those traps where you put the stick in the string.
Yeah,
he goes and grabs the bait.
Wait, and I guarantee in his child brain that when it was falling, it was making that sound in movies where a big metal object is just very that slow, weird creaking that makes no sense.
So Ainsley was in the bathroom with him when it happened. I was downstairs, so I heard the toilet seat fall and that smack of the that sound that it.
I
smacks.
bet it echoed,
and it was really loud. But then you don't expect to hear anything after that.
Yeah.
And then it was clang, and then nothing for a split second, then and then he just bawling.
Yeah.
And then I and my mind's what the hell? What combination of things was loud toilet seat clang and then my son crying?
Dude, my brain would have been he got his dick caught in that.
I thought maybe he was on the toilet.
I got to be honest, if I hear something fall anywhere and then I hear a man screaming his dick was caught in it, he must have got his wiener caught in there.
Dude, I part expected to run upstairs, lift up both toilet seats and see my son circling the drain. Just no. Just
I mean, that is a wild. You know what? Parents have, they have obnoxious fears.
Yeah.
I can only assume, if someone told me that if I had a baby, there's a more than 40% chance he might go down the toilet, I'd be like, shut up. All right, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, get no fuck
I'll put a
outta
date up on my bathroom.
It's like, what's the
nah.
so my baby doesn't get go down the toilet. I've seen it. I heard it happens.
I mean, if that was
40%
something
of the
that,
time.
if because of course, like if that's something that did happen in life, you'd be like, I'm the kind of person that happens to. Like,
Sure.
that's gonna happen to me.
Sure.
Everybody, like even though it only happens 40% of the time, 100% of the parents think it's gonna happen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know if there's anything when you're about to have a baby that you're like, well, that's not gonna happen to us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everything that you hear.
It's like my twins are gonna be born conjoined, obviously.
At the face.
Yeah, obviously. It's the worst conjoined.
It's the craziest thing ever.
Yeah.
Inoperable.
Yeah.
They'll never be able to live a normal
It's
life.
like they're conjoined at the face and the bottom of their right foot.
Yeah.
So
they're just a circle.
Yeah.
And they have 4 assholes, so they're constantly shitting, and you got to spin them to get the poop out.
Yeah, centrifugal shit.
It's the worst. Speaking of joined at the face, apparently the oldest living, and I saw this today, I'm not kidding, the oldest living severe conjoined twins are joined they're joined directly at the face. They're 17 years old.
Ooh.
Now the other ones were the man and I think the 2 women that were joined at the top of the head.
Yeah.
And there's another 2 that are joined up here. But they're joined. These girls are joined like directly in the middle of the face, and they just turned 17, surpassing all life expectancy goals.
Yeah, we just looked at a meme last night. Family meme night. It's the week. Vacation right now.
Sure.
So we have our family meme night during the week now. Yeah, there's no school, so don't judge me and my family.
I'm not
for having a late night family meme night. I am on a school night.
Hey man, it's Juneteenth. You do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's Juneteenth.
It's Juneteenth.
Come
All
on.
bets are off.
Let us go.
Let us.
Yeah. So yeah, we got to bed a little late. It's Juneteenth.
It's Juneteenth.
We do everything
sir.
a little late all day.
It's as you are given.
Yeah. So one of the memes talked about there's conjoined twins, these little white girls, young white girls. They went to college, and they had to pay for 2 separate tuitions to get their degrees.
Yeah.
And then they got a job out of college, and they only get 1 salary.
Oh no.
Yeah, that crazy?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It is.
That's so funny.
It's also, the one thing that's always been, not. It's just weighed on my head. So I think one.
Yeah,
of them,
one of them bitches don't work there.
the
job.
Only
one of them works there.
I would wonder if what if the one's like constantly trying to what if she's like the sloppy one? She's like, I don't even work at this job. I don't even give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care. She's constantly making problems. It's like, no, you have to please.
Yeah.
I need to keep this job. I'm doing this for both of us.
Like one's like a teenage black girl.
I don't even give a fuck.
Just on her cell phone the whole entire time.
Scrolling. But no, the two, they were on TLC. The Abby, I think one's name's Abby, the 2-headed broad.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently one is now married. One is married. And I don't know how does the banging go? And I want to ask that, one, out of blind curiosity, two, because that's got to be, that dude's banging, he's getting 2 for 1. Yeah. They have 1 vagina. Which one, where does the sense, because the other one, because from what I remember when they were kids, they both could feel certain things on other parts of their body. If Abby got hurt, the other one would feel it.
First of all, put these bitches in a burka.
Oh, those are
this is
no.
We should burka.
No.
These 2 we should burka in America.
No, dude. These are the burkas. This is what I want under a burka, though. This is what I want to be able to reveal and be like, I knew it. I'm glad these ladies are out in the
All
open.
Muslim women were conjoined.
Dude, that's what I think. In my head, that's what I think. My head's like, no, dude, there's probably some wacky shit under there. Or it's, because that's really what it comes down to when I see burkas. It's either the wackiest shit in the world or the hottest woman in the world.
I always think it's the hottest woman in the world.
Dude, my brain goes both places.
Yeah.
And it's, again, every other one. I could be in a room full of women in burkas.
And again, that's what I was saying earlier. It's like I don't know if it's because they're on the burkas, so their skin isn't like really receiving the outdoor elements as much as other skin. But dude, they're just beautiful women, and their skin is perfect under those burkas.
I don't know, dude.
Dude, it's like, man. Now I know you think that a lot of the things that a lot of my desires are weird. But,
Well, when you were going over the saggy tit thing, yeah, that's a little weird.
Okay, I think a lot of people would agree with me with the saggy tit.
I don't think they would.
I think like
if you're what you're doing is basically doing manual transmission. Like that's don't get me wrong.
tit shift.
Sure, I'm
tit shifting.
If you're nip shifting over here, dude, that's fine. I would just rather have both the boobs in my face at the same time. That's me, though. That's me.
Every time I see a woman, like take a burqa off and do like those burqa reveals.
How do you wear the burqa reveals?
They're on. You don't get those on your algorithm?
You know what's crazy is Sidney's like, I don't stay informed about anything. I have no news. Burqa reveals. All I get.
She's home. She gets to take her burqa off.
I didn't know there
even though she's on a I feel like it's a technicality because she's on a camera, so technically she's in my home as well.
Sure,
she's not technically home.
Wait, now when you say burqa reveals, is this what? Is this a website? Are you paying for this?
No, it's just like on Instagram. Like you can see, there's like women who like they have a long day and they take their burqa off and then they live. Now I'm gonna sit down and light candles.
I don't think these are. I don't know if that's real, dude. I don't know. I don't think that's real, dude.
I think it's real, dude.
No, Sidney.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not. My information with the Muslim culture isn't as vast as maybe I'd like it to be.
They can have them off at home.
I know they can have them off at home, but the point of wearing the burqa, Sidney, is that no other men see them.
That's why I say it's a weird technicality that these videos exist.
But that's what I mean. Yeah. I think that they're still not allowed to do it. I don't think they're allowed to do it.
Okay, so I've seen a couple of these videos, and I had to take off my hijab. Yeah, they're out there, man.
I'm just look. I'm not saying I'm not probably going to look up burqa reveals later.
Yeah, and the whole point that I'm making is, as soon as I see their face, I want to lick it. That's where I'm going with this. And
they got lickable burqa face,
dude.
They
are the most lickable faces.
That's where I'm also saying I kind of don't. I think they might be fake as well.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I'm caught up. I think I'm caught up. I don't know a lot of things. I think I got caught up in like an AI burqa scam.
What is why like what's Dad doing? He's like, he's just looking at the news. She's like watching AI burqa reveals.
Man, I have to cancel my Only Burkas account.
I'm educating myself on the Muslim culture. What do you mean? I'm just watching burqa reveals. That's not real.
That's not real. Okay. I've seen two videos of this hot chick. She would take off her burqa.
It's not real, dude.
She got me.
It's just a hot chick wearing a hijab. They can wear burqas. They can wear those things.
Yeah. They got me.
Yeah, dude.
They got me.
They're playing onto your horny burqa attitude, dude. You're so horny for burqas.
I gotta cancel some checks. Yeah, I gotta call my bank real quick.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, I was lied to. I was lied to. Can I sue them?
Yeah.
Can I get legal action? I was lied to. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I just found out you can actually commandeer a vehicle. They commandeered my heart.
They did.
They commandeered my boner. They took your boner and they drove away with it.
I'm going to start commandeering burqas.
That's a hate crime. You can't. You heard it here first, folks. Sidney can't
just start commandeering.
Yeah, that's called a hate crime.
Citizen on patrol, man.
I'm sorry. I've got to take your burqa. They'd be like, what? You're like, I'm sorry.
Official citizen on patrol business, man.
And Local news.
Yeah.
Conshohocken man Sidney Gantt arrested for what he says he was burka police. Turns out it's just a class 3 hate crime.
Yeah, that's
Even
crazy.
though they don't care about the goofs. Yeah, you can't just go and snatch burkas. That's probably not
I'm a
good.
burkler.
No matter how witty that sounds, no cop is going to be like, all right.
Yeah.
Would you say he's a burkler? Let's let him go. Dropped of all charges.
Drop them all.
Turns out he was radical. Why did Sidney start doing this? He was radicalized by burka videos. They'd be like, what do you mean, dude? Well, he would watch what he thought was real Muslim women coming home and taking off their burqas.
I did that. Finding out that wasn't a real genre did almost radicalize me. You almost witnessed
What's
it
crazy?
right here.
It's like you were already radicalized because you believed that was a real genre.
Well, I definitely thought those videos were radical.
Yeah, dude, you were definitely like, this is
I was
radical.
like, wow, this is radical, dude. Cowabunga.
Tubular, dude. You were so horny you went Ninja Turtles for these burkas, dude.
Oh man, I'm gonna start saying cowabunga when I see people. Hot chicks and burkas, man.
I just think that you got radicalized by fake, which is crazy, dude. I can't believe you fell for fake burka videos. How many did you watch?
It was one chick, and I saw 2 different videos from her where she took her. She was like, now I'm home. I don't have to wear I don't know if it was a hijab or a burqa.
What was it? The thing that just covered the head?
I don't know. I could see her whole head. I could see her head and hair.
After she took it off?
Yeah, in the video, I could see her head and hair.
Could you see her face beforehand?
No, but here's the thing. She also didn't take it off in the video. It was already off from the video stuff.
Oh.
And she was talking about how when she's home.
Then you really got bamboo. You didn't even see a burqa.
I don't know anything.
You just saw a lady saying, I wear a burqa sometimes, and now I'm not wearing one.
She didn't even say I wear a burqa sometimes. She just said, when Muslim women are home, we don't have to wear. When we're at home, we don't have to wear.
So you just saw a woman walking around her house, and you got off to the idea that she took off a burqa.
She wasn't walking. She was sitting in front of a camera. But she was on one of those, like, it wasn't like a couch. It was like one of those big circle cushion things.
An ottoman.
Yeah, that's legit. That's legit Muslim. That's Muslim comfort. That's an Islamic.
She had
lazy boy.
everything. She had the fucking ottoman. She had the circular couch, man.
She had that giant pillow that they sit on. And she had tapestries in the back, like on her walls and stuff. She had tapestries. It seemed pretty legit.
She nailed all the stuff.
Yeah.
She had all the accoutrements.
And she was hot. And she's also wearing like a pink tank top. I remember that very specifically. She was wearing pink under there.
Sydney, I think this man.
Clearly, I got.
Yeah. This
Clearly.
is so fake.
Yeah. I'm up there in age.
You see this ivy on the wall?
I'm an old man.
We're clearly in the jungle right now.
I'm an old man that doesn't know how to work the internet.
You're just
Shaner.
like, look, why else would she have this ottoman?
I thought it was so cool.
It's like walking into someone's house, like, Muslims.
Yeah.
What do you
Dude,
mean?
The more I think about it, the more it just doesn't sit right.
There's so
Like
much.
so
that's
many red
wrong with it,
flags that should have let me know that this wasn't real. Dude, her pink tank top, like there was belly showing. in the
Sure,
bottom.
yeah.
And I was just like, see, like, oh, they can get real comfortable at home. Like, and she said she was single too. Oh no, wait, did she say she was single or she had a husband?
If she has a burqa on, she's got to have a husband.
She has but then when she's home with her, like in her husband's house, she doesn't have to have.
Yeah,
her
when I'm
burqa.
home in my husband's house, who controls my every waking moment, I can sit in front of a camera.
Man, think about how
Whoops.
awesome that is to have somebody control your every waking moment. For
I
you.
guess for me,
To have power of burqa.
the burqa powers.
like a marionette. You're just like controlling.
He comes in, he's like, I'm turning on the burkulator. It's time to get.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time.
How that's never happened is wild.
Dude.
But I think, yeah, Sydney, that is. I've heard of friends falling for dumb thought scams.
Yeah.
But the deburking. Falling for a deburking video.
Yeah.
You're out of your Burkin mind.
Yeah, I am.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I feel all burked up right now. I got a little burked up right now. Oh man.
You should feel shame, dude. You should feel Muslim Burkin shame, dude.
Yeah, I sent that bitch my routing number.
How did you guys go broke? My dad lost all his money on fake burking videos.
I direct deposit this chick every 3 days.
Just to find out it's fake. Damn it.
Yeah,
no.
I got. I've been had. I saw one. I don't even know if she was Muslim now. Dude, I created a whole universe around because I like, dude. Am I?
Does she have a poster that said, "I assure you, I'm Muslim" in the back? Of course she does.
I promise
says
you,
it right there.
I'm Muslim, and this is the thing we do.
It's 100% Muslim.
But I get caught up in like videos where if I see a video, I assume that's a trend.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I get what
because she
you're
had a
saying.
lot of likes and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, oh, this is probably.
You look down at just all dudes with flat top. It's just nothing but you. It's just like, oh crap.
Yeah.
It's just all black dudes. Like, never knew that about burgers.
Yeah.
Damn.
I like this for my regular account, for my burka account.
You have several different. I gotta keep my burger. I gotta keep up with the burgers,
Got
dude.
several burka phones.
I'm working hardly Burkin right now, dude. I'm trying to get burked up, dude. And then you have to explain to your wife,
Dude, I'm burking 9 to 5 over here.
honey, you're gonna be mad.
Dude, Burkin harder, Harley Burkin is hilarious.
Which one am I doing, dude?
Oh, that's not gonna burk for me. I'm sorry.
You know, you have to explain it to your wife that you spent all the Christmas money.
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the savings on deburking videos.
See, sweetheart, this lady's not burking overtime. This lady goes home.
Honey, I've made a mistake.
She's only burking part time.
Yeah, she's like a part-time Burk. Trying to support her. She's not overburked.
Oh man.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
You are out of control.
I don't know anything.
No,
I don't know anything.
Clearly, you don't know when you're being had by a fake Muslim woman.
But I'm also like very prone to believe. I like if something's like slightly whimsical, I believe in it, man.
Okay.
Like that was a whimsical thing. This lady go home and take her burqa off, and she's all hot. She's wearing a pink tank top with her belly out.
Just a woman
Sit on a giant pillow.
taking off religious garb that you didn't even see her take it off. Keep that in mind. The whimsical.
It's whimsical, man.
The idea is whimsical.
The idea is just like,
so you just saw the video where none of the whimsy happened.
you know what's also crazy about it, right? Because like it's in
Everything.
It's in a house, right? And like to make it more whimsical, in my mind, she was in a Middle Eastern country, but she had perfect English.
Yeah, dude, she was.
Like she was clearly raised in America.
This is fake, dude.
Yeah.
I cannot believe you fell for this.
I hope it was. At the very least, I hope it was a lady tricking me and not AI.
That would be okay. Yeah,
I at least hope that was a real hot lady that I was seeing, and not an AI,
not a robot
creation. Yeah,
dude.
I'm praying.
I can only hope for you.
I'm gonna pray 5 times a day.
Yeah, you better face north, dude. Face north and pray, dude. You have nothing on the Burkin videos. You have to praise, dude. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I've met people who have been, catfished.
Mm-hmm.
I've met people who have been on dates where the person that wasn't the appearance, just everything about them had claimed to be fake. They didn't really have the job. They didn't really have all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've never met someone who's like, yeah, I watch videos of a woman just in her house saying that she takes off a burka.
Yeah, I didn't jerk off to it. I feel good about that.
I don't know. I don't know what I believe anymore.
I would have.
You would have.
I would have I don't look at media while I jerk off. I recall things while I jerk off.
That's a wild thing.
Yeah, and if while I was jerking off, I recalled that, I wouldn't have tried to put a stop on it.
Remember when that woman was just sitting in her living room? That's a crazy thing.
Yeah,
because then you're like, oh, remember that one saggy tit that I'm just grabbing at the bottom, and then there's one woman who's just sitting on a round ottoman, claiming to be Muslim, just busting all over the place. You're a wild person, dude.
Yeah,
I don't think that you should be allowed on the internet anymore. I gotta be honest with you, dude. That's the type of stuff that should be monitored at all times, man.
Yeah, I got caught.
Dude, how long are you going to think about this?
Well, because she reminded me of people that we know.
Sure.
Too,
okay.
And I was and I had to it's one of the people, the person who she looked like I had beef with, over the years. I think you know who I'm talking about.
I think so.
Yeah. She hooked up with that Asian guy for a while.
Yeah.
Right. So that chick. She kind of looked like the woman that would play her in a blockbuster movie. She was like the Hollywood version of her.
Sure.
So and that also made me kind of like, oh look,
you're being controlled by me. Oh look, your whole everything about you is being regulated by a dude.
Like things are working out for her.
Look at you,
she finds a way to still find happiness and be hot, and have her belly out.
Incomplete oppression. Congratulations, lady. You found a way to work around this whole thing and really feed into Sydney's ridiculous fantasy.
You've never got. You've never.
Oh
had,
no,
you've never
I
got
have.
AI'd or,
I have.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I have not been burka gotten. That is a whole level of
we have very different things that kind of turn us on in life.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
I'm into whimsy. I'm into
Stop calling it
it's whimsical.
I'm into this whimsical religion, you guys. Shit
the
crazy.
religion isn't whimsical, but the idea. So you know that the religion is very strict, and very confining.
Sure.
And then this woman gets to go home and not be strictly confined. And it was like, oh, this is a beautiful thing. We look at it one way, but then they get to go home and
totally just cut loose. How whimsical.
Let her burka down.
Shake off that burka. Get in there. Just have fun with it.
Yeah, just wiggle out of that burka.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Onto that giant pillow.
Onto the round ottoman. Clearly, you're Muslim.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking God, dude.
You can't win them all.
No.
You can't win them all.
You definitely didn't win that at all.
I didn't win that one.
That is 100% not one.
Yeah.
That is not great, dude.
I want to find this video on Instagram and show it to you.
Yeah, you can. And you know what's going to be crazy is you're going to show it to me and it's going to be clearly hand-drawn animation.
Dude, it is the more I think about it, it is every Muslim stereotype of there's a genie lamp thing in the video. There's all of her decorations are the most stereotypical Islamic shit.
Yeah.
I think she's wearing those shoes that curl up.
Yeah, she's wearing Aladdin shoes.
Her tits curl up like that. Got a little bell on the nipple.
There's just a camel people in the background. Everything is just completely fucked up.
Yeah.
God damn it, dude! I can't believe it.
Yeah, but how long have we been doing
This
this?
is about 2 hours.
Yeah, we're hour and a half.
Hour and a half. We're at an hour
9
and a half.
minutes. Feature film length. I think we did it. I think we. Cool.
I think we definitely did.
Yeah, we definitely did. Cool bombings.
I'm glad you were here with us, where Sidney and I definitely declared war on war.
War on war. We declared war on war.
And misinformation. And at the end, we definitely, I declare war on you, dude.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest with you. I think this is the second time I've declared war on you, dude.
This is a double war. I'm declaring war on fake hot chicks.
Sure.
And he's declaring war on me.
for falling for them.
I got now I'm fighting against them.
You know what?
I got radicalized the other way.
This is what happens, dude. Oh my God. I'm Ryan Shader. This is Sidney Gantt. The new and improved radicalized Sidney Gantt.
You gotta learn, man.
He's going to go berserk over here, dude. Thank you for joining us on World War Fun.
Hell yeah.
You can see us here every Sunday. Thank you so much for joining us. And also, thank you for everyone who came out to the Soul Joel show. That was such a fun time. I'm so glad everyone enjoyed themselves. What a fucking great time. You did great.
Oh, man, you murdered.
Oh, it was great.
Goodness gracious. I can't wait to do more of these.
This is going to be...
Yeah, this is going to be more.
Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good night.